Craig, not only did the new Saints secure the title last weekend without kicking a ball, they also reached the final of the JD Welsh Cup, so a good few days all round.
Yeah, it has been a good week this week, hasn't it? A really good week. Obviously a little bit frustrated that we didn't get opportunity to play it to actually win the title, but obviously we've done our work beforehand, winning 12 games out of the last 12. So yeah, the lads have really done well since Selge away and being knocked out of Europe. I think it's 19th, 20th of December. We've really pushed on, and the performance has been really top draw. And then obviously to secure the title and then to get into the Welsh Cup final, then it's been a really good week. 2-3 weeks ago we won the Nathaniel Cup, and so yeah, the last 10 to 14 days has been very fruitful for ourselves.
Well, it will be a rematch of last season's final this time around. Connah's Quay Nomads again at Newport, and after losing there last year, the team will be all the more determined to go back and get revenge.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, I was bitterly disappointed last year. It was probably one of the, I know, what was it, 2017, took us a while to get over getting beat off Bala in the Welsh Cup, and obviously Connah's Quay, it was a real low day for me. Last year we had a really good year. Obviously, we went domestically without getting beaten. Well, should I say league-wise without getting beaten, and that was the only game we lost last season. So it was bitterly disappointing. But we'll get the opportunity, 12 months on, to try and get some revenge. And everybody, including myself, the staff, all the players are, we're looking forward to getting that opportunity.
It is Cardiff Met this weekend. Although the title is mathematically won, having won the last 14 games in all competitions, it goes without saying yourself and the squad will want that good form to continue in the capital.
Yes, of course we do. We want to try and win every game between now and the end of the season. We're disappointed in the first half of the season, losing 5 league games. So we want to try and win as many as what we can to get the biggest points total as possible, and try our best to get towards, I think it'll be the 3rd season in a row to try and get 100 goals or more. So yeah, we're a little bit away at this moment in time, but we've got 4 games that we want to try our best to try and score some goals and get more points on the board.
We've won our last 10 games against Cardiff Met, including 4 this season. So looking at the form, it would point towards a victory for the new Saints. But as we know in football, there's no such thing as an easy game, is there?
Not at all, and certainly not against Cardiff Met. As much as you say them stats, and there's been some really tough games, and they're one of the toughest opponents in the league. They're well organised, they're fit, they've got some good players, they've got young, enthusiastic, and like I said, they're well coached as well by Ryan and Craig. So it's always a tough game against Cardiff Met. So we're expecting exactly the same. They're obviously pushing to try and finish in 4th place as well. That's open, isn't it? You've got the battle for the 2nd and 3rd place between Penabont and Haverfordwest, and then that 4th place probably between, Cardiff Met and Carnarvon. They're probably going to be the two that are going to fight it out for that 4th place as well, which every position you finish up, it gives you advantage in the playoffs.
I know you want to win them all, of course, but with little riding on these final 4 games, do we like to see many changes as you experiment with new systems or players?
Not really. No, I'd like to keep a level of consistency, and and players are training every day. We've got professional players, so they'll the team will be picked on merit, as it always is. Might have to rotate a couple. Obviously, we had 3 games last week, and it's took us toll a little bit. So we might have to rotate 1 or 2. But now I think it proved with the team we played on Sunday in the Welsh Cup semi-final. Obviously, we played against the Tier 2 team, and we still went really, really strong. So now I think it's only fair for everybody to, if you're playing well and you're in the team and you're scoring, or you're playing well, or you're consistently doing the right things in training and games, then I'm going to go with my strongest team for the match we play against.
How are things looking then injury-wise as we head towards the game?
Yeah, good. We had a couple of little injuries. Ryan Brobble come off at half-time against Carnarvon, but he'll be fit again for the weekend. We didn't risk him against in the Welsh Cup against Cumbrian, so we got him back in the team this week, training. Who else is there? Ash Baker's fully fit again. The 2 really more longer-term ones are or Josh Daniels, who obviously had operation, and Jordan Marshall picked up a little injury that might see him out, for 3 or 4 weeks. But we're looking and waiting on scans and waiting on, specialists to see what he'd be. But yeah, it's apart from that, we've got everyone back. Ryan Astle played 60 minutes yesterday in the reserve game, so that puts Ryan right back up there with minutes. Ryan be available for for selection again. So now there's more competition for places as much as there's ever been. Rem had a little knock at the weekend, so he started off the bench and Zach went in, scored 2 goals and done really well. So the competition for places is high, and yeah, it's like we speak about most weeks, it's more headaches. The more players that are fit, the more headaches for myself. But I'd rather have that than scratching around.
And finally, Craig, it has been a busy week at the club. We had the Duke of Edinburgh visit Parkhall Stadium yesterday to learn more about the work of the New Saints FC Foundation. I know you had the chance to speak with him.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was excellent. He was very interested. Genuinely interested in the football club and the good work it's doing. I think it's something that gets overlooked a little bit from the football club. From right the way from Mike down through Ian, Helen, Jill, and all the guys that work in the foundation. They do a lot for the local area and the local kids. And the first team have been really involved in it the last 3 or 4 months as well. And it's and they got the just desserts by having some recognition from the Duke of Edinburgh, which there's not much more higher recognition than that. And yeah, he was like I said, he was really interested, and and he was good company.